So we came, we met our woman, her name Purity. She said, oh, my name is Purity. And I'm like, Purity? She said, yes, no impurities. I just love the lady. I'm here with Purity. She says there are no impurities at all. Amazing. Purity, you look so amazing.
Thank you.
So she took us and we're going to do our park ride. We got on the truck.
So where should I concentrate on mostly in the park?
I want to see rhinos, man.
Rhinos. And what else? Animals? Birds? Animals. Okay. What? Anything.
Yeah.
Okay, we can make it as a mixed game drive, okay?
Exactly.
A mixed drive, yes.
Yes.
So as I drive now from here to the national park, it's about 7 kilometers. It's less than a 10 minutes drive. If you see something on the way, please, you are free to stop me. For us to enjoy the drive, we cross our hands together, then we're able to say, stop, Purity. Then we'll be able to see the animals. And feel free also to ask me questions so that we can enjoy, okay?
Yeah, we're now on the major road. Wait. They want to see giraffe. We've taken a lot of...
So there's this one next to us.
Which?
Then there's this one here.
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the tallest animals in the world. Stop, I said giraffe. And this one you see is a female giraffe, eh?
Yeah. Oh, female.
And
Okay.
that one is a male giraffe.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a couple.
Why did he leave his wife on the other side of the road?
They are eating. Maybe something was crossing this and they separated them. Maybe, but they are together. They are together.
Wow. The park we were going to was the same park where we saw the buffaloes when we had that our boat cruise on the other side. That's the park. They were now going to take us into the park to see everything about the park. Guess what? This woman, they have a booklet that contains all the animals, all the birds, every single thing that you will set your eyes on in that park. They have a booklet that has their names in it. So every bird we saw that looked, that looked weird or strange, she would say, this is this. She would open the book, she would show us, she said, this one, that one. That's what she kept doing. We were just seeing different animals, big, small, mighty, small, all kinds of animals. And then we even saw the fish-eating eagle that they say is a she kept saying, you guys are so lucky. The same thing we've heard over and over again. This eagle, you can wait for like a whole year, you won't even see it. You just saw that. It was just there staring us in the face, and we're looking at the eagle. It never even flew away. It was watching us. And they said that eagle is the same eagle you find on Zambian money, the flag everywhere. That's the same eagle. That's the symbol of Zambia. We saw it standing there, black and white, beautiful eagle. And then after that, the amazing image that I saw, me and elephants again. We now came to the same Zambezi River side of the park. We saw something that I would never stop on seeing till tomorrow. Elephants, like a family of 5 or 6, just like the hippos we saw in the Zambezi River, they were together, just having a fun time, swimming. I've never seen elephants swim. I had seen one crossing the river, but I had never, they were, the normal proper swimming. They were swimming like a whole family, swimming, having fun. We were so taken by this. We packed our truck and we began to take pictures and videos nonstop until after a short while, they became agitated. One of them started coming out to charge at us. The woman, knowing how fast these things could run and how dangerous they are, she hopped into the truck and she zoomed off immediately. And so we continued on our journey, kept on seeing different animals. We saw hundreds of impalas, plenty of zebras. They were all over the place, warthogs, all kinds of animals, everywhere. And we also saw some other tourists who were moving and stuff like that. We got to a particular place, we, got some water to drink, stopped and stretched our legs, and I took pictures and had fun and that. And then we finished this part of the forest and crossed the road, ran on a very tarred road, and then veered off again into another forest. And this one now is where the rhinos actually were. And so when we got there, we met the rangers. And we were introduced to them, and they spoke to us and gave us our orientation. And this time they said to us, these rhinos are very, very, very sensitive. So when you're going to see the rhinos, they said you don't just walk everybody on their own. We have to go on a single file. So to walk on a single file to go see the rhinos, and right in front of me is a rhino right now. We're walking behind the officer who's leading us. We had to follow the park ranger. In front of us, everybody will be on the same line. Maybe just so that they don't see you as a threat. So we walked, and we didn't walk too far. And there they were, 7 rhinos. First time in my life. The first thing that happened to me was what happened to me when I saw the size of the elephants, even though I had seen elephants before. I was first of all amazed at how big these animals actually were. I keep saying this, no TV, no television on earth can ever give you a clear picture, an idea of what these mammoth creatures actually look like. You've got to see them with your own eyes. I say, what? Is this rhino? If you see, 4 of them were on this right-hand side, the other 3 were here. There were 3 adults and 1 baby, and there were 3 adults on this side, making it 7. So when we got there, of course, you can imagine, we were making videos, taking pictures and stuff like that. One big one adult from the right crossed over to the left and came over to the other side, I guess because they saw human beings around. And then they knocked their horns and began to maybe converse and talk about us. And I told the guy, they're discussing us, we gotta be careful. Are they communicating?
That's the way of interacting.
Oh, my word.
That's how they interact with each other.
They're probably discussing us, right?
Maybe they're just playing around. Playing around.
Well, these guys, what they come here for? So there are 10 of them. And we are seeing 7 here.
70% of the people.
Wow.
Not only here, but the whole country, the whole Zambia got only 7, only 10.
Are you joking?
They've got only 10, the whole country.
So we are seeing 7 of all you've got in the country?
Yes, 70%.
Wow. We're lucky. And so the guy started giving us lectures, about the rhinos and stuff like that, telling us that they have only 10 in the whole of Zambia, and that this is so unusual that we can find the 7 rhinos in one place. They say they can't remember the last time they ever had tourists come here and meet even up to 2 or 3. But we came and found 7. That means 70% of all the 10 that they have in Zambia. This has been the story of our journey. Everywhere we went, things that were rare, that were not easy to see, they just showed up. So these guys were there. And he started telling us about the rhinos. This is called white rhinos and blah, blah, blah. And then started telling me some funny stories again about how the white men were involved with the white rhinos, how they got the name to become white when we know that rhinos are like gray or black. And then they are called white rhinos. And, I wasn't interested in all that story. All I knew that I've seen my African rhinos, and it was the first time in my life, and I was just beside myself. So finally we're here on our last trip, and right behind me you see the rhinos. So we just understand, we just told that they have about 10 in the whole country, and that we are so lucky to meet 7 of the 10 in one place. We've got 3 here and 4 on the other side. Isn't this amazing? Again, this is my first time seeing a rhino live. Just like it was my first time seeing a giraffe the other day. So we had to talk. We don't have to shout. Everything has to be quiet, so we don't irritate them and stuff, But there you have it. Massive. Do people ever get close, to touch it?
No.
Under any circumstance?
These are still wild animals.
Yeah, because today I walked with the lions, holding the tail and everything.
Yeah, but
you can't do that with this.
No. These ones, yeah, wow, they're not
There was
them.
an opportunity, I would love to do that, really. But
You can try if you
I
want.
still wanna.
We take photos.
I'll
We make
video
sure
it,
we
yeah.
film it.
They don't like me at all.
We can make plenty of money on YouTube out of that one. Man gets chased by a rhino.
Oh, don't get Insta.
Oh man.
In 2 hours, you get like 100 views, 1 million views actually.
Do you want to give it a go? You got your running shoes on.
Whoa.
Okay, is everyone happy?
We're very happy, man. Very, very
Can
happy.
take the last photos before you go.
Yes. You know, so when we finished, we left there. They told us, you know, you can't stay too long. The moment you stay too long, they get agitated and they're going to charge. And if they run, my gosh, you cannot outrun them. He told us straight up. And everybody was like, okay, please, can we leave? Can we leave? And then we just took off and left that place on time. And so when we got there, we went and took pictures with them, you know, I blessed them the way I knew to. And we left with our purity who drove us, and we now got to a place where we were actually going to have our proper refreshment. So we just came from the Rhinos and we're stopping here at the edge of the river to have a little picnic, some snacks and stuff, and then we proceed to our hotel. And it was there that Purity, our driver, broke her silence and told me that she is an ardent fan of mine, and told me my movies that she has watched, and said to me that now I must make her take picture with me.
I've been seeing him on the African Magic because it's one of my favorite also. Yeah, I've been seeing him a lot. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get
Yeah.
a picture before we leave.
Oh, hang on, excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
We're taking you back to Britain. We are taking you back to Britain, okay?
I think I need a photo of it so that I can have it in my phone.
We had fun, had our light refreshment, hopped into the truck, and then zoomed off again. As we zoomed off, she veered more into the forest to see whether we could find the buffaloes. We never found the buffaloes. We only saw baby giraffes on the side and saw wild dogs and saw some other animals in the impala family, and that was it. And thus we went our way. So we eventually ended up at the hotel where we had to hurry to pack our things to leave. Arrival. Oh boy. Back from seeing the rhinos, it's time to go pack up and leave this town. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now there's one very interesting thing. Now, of course, that was what brought the chapter 2 of my day 3 to an end. But there was something very unique that happened. Now, the hotel room, our hotel rooms were upstairs. And remember that when I first came on this journey, I walked through a path to climb up to my rooms, and the zebras were there. The time we were now leaving, I didn't use that path to leave again. I used another exit to leave. And as we're coming down, rather than 3 zebras, there were about 5 zebras waiting to bid me farewell. So when I was coming in from here, when I first got here, I used the entrance there, the other entrance over there. And right at that entrance, we had the zebras. And now when they came to get our luggage, they told us we have to use this entrance. And as we came down here, I see the same zebras here bidding me farewell, just like they welcomed me from the other side. So this has been a wonderful trip, and I'm officially a zebra man today. Love you guys, man. Take care. How do you explain a journey like this? I mean, how can you ever forget something like this? In one trip, I went through all of this. And every step of the way, I kept saying to myself, how I wish Africans will know how gorgeous our continent is. Everywhere you turned, there were white people everywhere, many of them living there permanently. Some had even gone out to rent homes just because they were closer to nature. But we that were born into nature, we keep running away to the desert lands that we call greener pasture. It's not only the green leaves and plants and animals that are in Africa. There are also economic green pastures in Africa. For instance, in Zambia, I saw boundless opportunities everywhere. Like I've always seen in so many places. Too many opportunities, and the people are warm. You can go there and start small. First of all, the problem is that many of us will listen to the stuff, the nonsense and the baloney they show you on mainstream media, telling you that Africa is poor, that Africa is wretched, showing you these babies with flies on their faces. They are begging for money to go and take care of them. Meanwhile, these are monies that they are using for themselves. When they show you all those things, you get demoralized and you feel like, well, what am I going to do there? But the real money is actually made on the continent of Africa, not where you are living off of 3 to 4 jobs. 3 to 4 jobs. Doing security work, being a nurse, driving taxi. But you could be living like a king on your own continent. You come from a beautiful continent. Your heritage is royal. Your heritage is royalty. You are supposed to be proud of your heritage. You're supposed to be proud of who you are. West Africans, begin to take your vacations in East Africa, especially in Southern Africa. Before we went to Zambia, be honest with yourself, please. How many people ever heard of Zambia? Like, do you even think about it when we talk about African culture? You don't. But when you explore stuff, you see things. Now, it turned out that Zambia has given me the best vacation of my life. Who would have thought? If I didn't experience it, how would I have known? Zambia is beautiful. And it's not only that the country is beautiful, not only that there are too many opportunities for investment in that country, the people are also very warm. We had excess luggage when we were leaving. For some reason, we carried plenty stuff. And the amount we're supposed to pay, they cut it almost by 3 and made us pay 1/3. On our way back, the same excess luggage had now increased. Guess what? At the airport, you will not get this anywhere else. The Zambian guys at the airport said to us, "You've spent a lot of money. Don't pay a dime for the excess luggage," as we were heading to Lusaka. This is how warm these guys are. And I'm not doing this because anybody said I should do it. I'm doing this out of my own personal conviction that if you want to enjoy the best of Africa, go to Zambia. You are going to love it. And when you go there, be civil, behave yourself, because they are also very strict with laws. Even when you want to register business, they will take you through some serious, rigorous process. So you must be patient enough, because any system that works, it has to be something that you go through stuff to get. So you have to be humble and you have to be patient. I love Zambia. I love Africa. And I will never stop preaching about Africa. I will never stop calling on Africa's children to start thinking home, to start coming home, to start visiting home. Just go and do some inquiries. Just go, make a trip and say, let me just go and check. And after that, decide whether you want to go home or not. There is nothing that like making a connection with your roots. There's nothing like connecting with nature. There's nothing like being proud of where you come from, so that the next time anybody looks at you like you are some disadvantaged child or some unfortunate creature, you look them straight in the face and help them understand that you come from the richest continent on the surface of this earth, and that you are unapologetically proud, like I am, to be African. Blessings.